President Biden's approval rating hitting the highest level since early June last week. That's according to a Reuters Ipsos poll. His numbers began to slide in the aftermath of 2021's hasty withdrawal from Afghanistan. That was 1 year ago today. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman, who's been tracking all of this. And Rick, I was just looking up the numbers here. President Biden's approval rating hasn't been above 50% since August of last year. He's got a few wins to go off of, but how does this anniversary and then the reminder of that sort of coincide with the more recent legislative victories?
Yeah, last summer was a lousy summer for Biden, without a doubt. In addition to the ugly withdrawal from Afghanistan and then the prompt takeover of Afghanistan by the Taliban, we had other things going on that were working against Biden. First, don't forget about COVID. Biden had said earlier in 2021 that he was anticipating a summer of freedom for Americans, but it wasn't that free. We had new variants, and we were not as free of COVID as Biden led people to think. And we were also starting to get signs of inflation, including rising gas prices a year ago. So as you point out, Biden's approval rating 1 year ago was 50%. That is a pretty good rating for presidents. It's now 40%, basically 10 points lower. And that is an improvement from where it was just a few weeks ago. But Biden is far from where he was last summer, and that means there's a lot of ground to make up. And of course, the effective deadline here is the November midterm elections, which are now less than 3 months away.
Rick, I want to shift gears from Biden to Trump. Obviously, the Mar-A-Lago raid still catching a lot of attention. Has the former president said anything? What are you hearing the latest on that front?
Trump has said something. He said in a Fox News interview this morning, the temperature in this country needs to come down. And he's referring to threats against the FBI. There was one apparent attack at an FBI office, threats of civil war. Steve Bannon is saying we're going to take down the FBI. So Trump said we need to take the temperature down. And I think that's very interesting in the context of what we saw recently with the January 6th commissions, which got into what did Trump do during the January 6th riots at the U.S. Capitol. And the answer was nothing. He did nothing for many hours on that day. And now we're seeing Trump coming out, you could argue, in a different way than he did on January 6th, saying, everybody cool it, perhaps trying to assure there are no further incidents related to this raid and the seizure of those documents. But this is going to go on and on, this issue, because we don't know what's in the documents. It's possible we could get the release of more information, giving us more detail about what the FBI and the Justice Department were actually interested in. And with regard to all the classified documents that were there, so we don't know what they were. And we also don't know if Trump shared them with anybody. And that is a really important question at this point. Did these just sit there in the basement of Mar-a-Lago, nobody looking at them, or did Trump actually share them with people who did not have the authority to see those? So this case is going to go on, and I don't think we're going to know the full details before the midterm elections.
Yahoo Finance's Rick Newman, thanks so much.